Well, Dan, what a qualifying session that was, and what a great way to celebrate your news. Congratulations that you announced this last week.
Yeah, no, super excited, thank you. My new baby on the way in November, mine and Libby's first little girl. So, we're super excited, as is the whole family. Everyone's just, over the moon, and I'm hoping a little bit like my teammates, it makes me a bit quicker as well when the baby comes along there. I thought it might slow Ash down when he had his first. It didn't. It sped him up. So fingers crossed it has that same effect on me.
FP1, FP2 were reasonable pointers, but didn't really indicate the pace that you had there in qualifying. That was tremendous.
I would say they were not reasonable pointers. Actually, to contradict there, it was we were a bit at sea. Okay. We had the problem is, with this soft tyre, we know that we don't have loads to throw at it, so we had a little bit of a mismatch set each session, and I think it really just, you go one way well, then the other way not so well, then next lap it's kind of reversed a bit, and I was all very much, scratching my head really. I don't think I've done 2 laps today until qualifying, where we finally put 4 proper tyres on it, a setup that we think is going to work, and it's transformed it into a car that can challenge for the front row. So one of those days, and to be honest, I'm glad that we have all the data from last year, we have all our notes, and last year I think in practice 2 I was P16 out of 19 and then qualified second, so I knew that this has got form for this. That tyre makes such a difference around this circuit, these traction zones, out of 3 through the chicane, tower, all these kind of places, you can't beat grip. And once you dial it in, the cars come alive under me, and we've done a good job to deliver when it really mattered at the end there.
During that session, I was noting the track temperature got up to about 36 degrees, and heat like that isn't kind to tyres, is it?
It's not, they get a workout, they really do. We stress these cars so much in qualifying to eat out every little bit of performance, and you got some real top guys in some top teams, and it comes down to milliseconds. You want every little bit you can get, so they've been well used. Thankfully we've got some great teams behind us that'll go away and give them a good thorough working over before we go against them.
Good place to be on the front row with only a cigarette paper's width really between you and Tom Ingram.
Problem is here, isn't it? Again, I'm in that situation where I'm staring down the barrel of a good morning, and then what on earth's going to happen to me in the afternoon? Which I'm disappointed with. I've expressed that before. That unfortunately we don't have the speed of Tom. We don't have that straight line advantage that he does. So when I'm on the hard, or any of my team and others, we are in a bit of a world of pain. Tom manages to have enough performance that he never really has to defend against anyone, and that means that he gets a bit of a fresh air to go in. He drives his own race. We just get mullered, you don't get a moment where someone's like overtaking you, bumping into you, lunging you for a mile. It's just a walk. We all know the game. When I'm on the soft and someone else is on the hard, you don't give them the time of day, because that's you've got a grip advantage. So let's just see. Will anyone play the Ash Sutton trick of last week or last month? And if they don't want to be third, maybe be fourth. I really don't know. Home is we second. Is it's good points. It's kind of like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Great position to be in, though. Better than that than thinking, how am I going to get my way through the grid?
I think the job is certainly to have a go at Tom. We got to if we've got to have any chance of securing third in this championship, but ultimately picking up more race wins, which on any other day we'd have had by now. I think I've been second. Was I second in race 1 at Thruxton?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Could be, staring down the barrel of 3 seconds in a row, all to the same man. On any other day, that's a race win. Unfortunately, I've got to race Tom England in a Hyundai, which is a pain in the arse at the moment. But yeah, it's up to us to go away and find a bit more performance. I don't know where it's going to come from this year, but we'll get after him in the morning, and then hopefully in the hard, do the absolute best job we can, and then maybe we'll get a bit of luck in race 3. We're due a bit of luck, so let's see.
I thought it was a great qualifying. Well done, Dan.
So did I.